The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City.
Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Play fake. Here's Love.
This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing. Love. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To throw now. Here's Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
56 yards.
And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Gone. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. The rookie Jaden Reed deep for the Packers.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Love now.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
On 3rd down, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Love now on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Love.
Quick slant to Watson.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Up the middle. It's Montgomery.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Goff now looking to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Following the interception, Love. And this one too low.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Love.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, certainly it appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third. Goff. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The throw over the middle taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and goal from the 1. Love looking to throw it. Steps away to his, and he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And his kick here is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's go. You call it. We are. Let's go, man. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go right here.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10. Goff again.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway. And it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. They can't reach straight up. This is your game, baby. I got you there, baby. Get it, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's go to work. Oh, I know how it's one play at a time. Let's go, fellas. Y'all. Once again, we got to get it moving. Get him going, baby. Let us dictate. That's all. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. This thing, baby.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Second and 4 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
To throw is Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll be brought down at the 27.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Goff now looks to throw.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Montgomery is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Once more, Montgomery. But he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss.
That second down play nets a -4.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Touchdown!
Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Let's go now, let's go. All right, guys, all right. Do your thing, baby. Let's go do this thing, baby. You call it. We gotta get it. Give me the key stop.
Jack Fox to kick
The
off.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. I know you hype. I know you hype. Make plays, y'all. Make plays. Let's go, man. Hey, let's roll. Let's do it. Come on, baby. Roll out for you. Come on, time to play. Stay loose. This is where you step up. Right here, baby. Let's go. Let's go. It's game time. Let's get something hard now.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So out now come the Lions.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On first down, Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Goff.
That's complete to the Porter.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They'd been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, Goff.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff now looking to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Josh Reynolds from 4 yards out.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal.
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now the fourth-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing. Love. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. On 1st and 10, Love.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Love.
That's complete to Wicks.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
To throw now, here's Love. He's got it.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Carlson on for the extra point.
Let's get the block.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Packers 45, Lions 14.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Goff on first down.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Goff on first down.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here's Goff. He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
Patterson's kick is good.
And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
To throw on second down is gone.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be a third and about 13.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Third down and 13.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
John Kaminsky got him down defensively.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Play fake. Here's Love.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense set to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Goff.
Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. Love from the gun.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Love. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
46 yards.
And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Let's go, man. Who's going to make a play? Get it on right now. All right, guys. All right. It's showtime, baby. Let's do this, man. Bring it. Pay attention. Pay attention. Come on with it, man. It's about that time. Let's go, fellas. We got to be big time now. Let's go to work. Let's go. Let's go. Play smart, baby. Been there, done that. Let's go now. Let's go. Once again, we got to get it done as a group.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Packers 66, Lions 17.
Let's get some love. It's one play at a time, baby. Let's go. Get him done, baby. Y'all got time. Let's go, y'all. Let's ride it, dog. Let's go, baby. I'm trying to take it to the house. Dig down deep. Hey, let's go. I'm back for one, boys. Let off the plays, y'all. We plays. They can't beat us straight up. That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do it. Do it.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Reed.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Off the play fake, Love. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here come the Lions now.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That is caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Back now at Ford Field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This to Laporta, right side.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Sam Laporta.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he is going to have a Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
If anyone ever has any doubt that tight ends are primary targets nowadays, just watch this play. He's back in the pocket, finds his guy, and they get a nice gain out of it.
Yeah, simple little completion out into the flat. Love now on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Love now. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner in this.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Carlson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Packers 73, Lions 24.
Let's rock and roll. Let us dictate. You call it. Let's get it, baby. You ready to roll? You don't overrate, baby. Show them what you got.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd and 5.
To throw is Goff.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Throwing again is Goff. Touchdown!
Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are able to at least get one score back. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Get ready. Get ready. Guys, ready. Get it all right now. Let's be perfect. Let's do it. What's the deal? Come on, time to play. Bring it. Let's get it up. Get it weak. Let's do this, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached a point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Jones.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Packers on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film set.